when you're adding elements or adding content to your web page, you can't just click and type in here. It behaves slightly differently. What you need to do is you need to insert elements. Now we'll look at the different options later on, but just a quick overview, it gives you the basics up at the top here, text box, image, content from your drive, or the chance to embed some HTML code. For example, if I click on text box, it automatically drops in a text box onto my page and I can type in some text in there. So I'm going to put in welcome to the dark side. You do have some formatting options with it. You can change it between the different sizes of font, and that's about it really, and color and orientation, make it bold and italic, but you can't change the actual font style. This is a text box and it behaves like most text boxes do. You can see I've got the grab handles on the side. If I click on there, I'm able to drag it. And as you notice, as I drag it, it goes quite slowly, but there's some little grey lines appear. I can't just put this text box anywhere on the page. It sort of has to snap to the little guidelines. Sort of think of them as, think of them as like struts that you've got to strap the content to, and you can't just stick anything anywhere. Now, as well, if you notice at the side, as I put this text box in, there is a little grab handle here, which, because this text box now behaves as a row, so I can move this whole row of content around. Now, at the moment, I can't do a lot with it because there's nothing else on the page, but that's quite useful if I want to switch things around. So you've got your basic options there that we'll look at in more detail later on. There's also the option of layouts. Now, all these layouts do is they're sort of pre-programmed combinations. So I'm just going to drop this layout in here, and it drops in as a complete unit. You can see I've got a new row in my website. It's attached to the struts and it's gone the width of the page. It's including a placeholder, which is somewhere where I could add a picture or a document to it. It's got like a little two text box connected to each other, one which is like a title and one which is like the main body of the text. So I could have key figures, autocorrect and spell checker is still there as well, because it does behave like any your sort of word processing once you're typing inside your text box. So all this is actually done, it's given me three elements combined, two text boxes and a placeholder, and it's put them on a row together. I can still drag things out and take them out of that. You notice that there's a blue bar showing me where I'm dropping it, and it's always telling me that I've got space to drop that in there if I want to. So once you've got your text boxes, you can move them around on the page, and there's quite a lot of different options you can have. We'll look at them all more in detail later on as separate videos, but key ones are at the top, and then you've got some pre-programmed settings there, but they're quite a nice start point because you can drag and edit them. You're not stuck to exactly how they set it out, and that lets you get content onto your web page.